I think it's probably best to not comment on that. But clearly, what took place in the second inning should not be taking place. So,
Brian, you guys are already down one guy in the rotation. Are you angry with Michael?
I think we're all embarrassed that, we as a group are embarrassed that this is taking place. I think Michael's embarrassed. I think we're embarrassed that somehow he took the field with that in the position with that like that, and it's just obviously a bad situation, and it clearly forced the opponent's hand to do something that I'm sure they didn't want to do, but they had no choice but to do, and obviously we'll deal with the ramifications for that now.
Brian, you don't sound like you're necessarily inclined tit for tat going forward.
It's not anything that's on our mind. Listen, I would want my manager to do what John Farrell did. I would want, on behalf of our fan base and our team, to do the same thing that they did. I mean, it's, obviously this is a terrible situation that we're all, witnessed and we're all a part of, and we all have ownership too, because obviously there's clearly a failure and a breakdown that obviously he wound up walking out of that dugout with something like that. That's just not a good situation.
Hey, Brian, if the Red Sox had the wherewithal to know about this, why didn't the Yankees?
I think with television, I don't think, with television, I think the Red Sox probably saw it just like we saw it, and but he was already on the field. It was not. He didn't have it in the first inning yet. In the second inning, I'm not sure how much he talked to you guys about it, but there wasn't anything there in the first inning. He wound up out of the dugout in the second inning with it on, and I think by the time everybody saw what was going on, it was too late.
That's my question. Did you guys see it before Farrell came out?
I personally got a phone call from people watching the game on TV, like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but something looks. So I got out of the stands, walked in, but by the time I made it from the stands in here, it was too late.
Brian, is the problem that he used it or that it was so blatant?
It's against the rules, so let's just leave it at that.
Are you kind of dumbfounded that it was just that blatant?
Yeah, I think
what happened?
it's we are all responsible that he did what he did, but we're also responsible that somehow he got out of our dugout and was on the field in that manner. So we're all responsible for that situation. That doesn't mean anybody. Don't misunderstand that we are a part of putting something on him and stuff like that. But clearly, we all have ownership in the fact that, that never should have happened. So.
Can you say whether he was ever told directly not to do it after what happened the previous game?
There's been enough conversations, and obviously there'll be more now, or they've already been more now, even in game. When he was been suspended, but when he was ejected from the game. But. I think after the last go-around with the same team, clearly there's a lot of conversations about this, so there's no secrets there.
Brian, are you angry at Michael for putting you in this position?
I'm surprised that we as an organization are in this position, so I'll leave it at that.
What was the message that Joe Torre relayed to you after the
the message he relayed, I commented at that time when he called me. I think people asked me what his conversation was with me, and I didn't provide the details of it. But, he was doing he was handling his responsibilities and his job. But I didn't convey what the discussion was about. So, but he was doing what he was supposed to be doing.
Should the rules change? Joe Girardi just mentioned that he thinks the rules maybe should change.
That's for another day. Those are what the rules that are currently in play. So. Bottom line is it's against the rules, and now we will deal with those consequences. So.
You anticipating this?
Yes.
Have you been given a parameter for what the suspension is likely to be?
No, no, I have not. So.
As a general manager, what do you want to say to fans? Yankees?
To Yankee fans?
Yeah.
We obviously, this is not something that we're proud to be sitting in, and we're certainly embarrassed, as I said earlier, when he took the field in the second inning. That should never have taken place. So.